Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna play some more session. Hopefully we can do some more routes today. Let's begin. You're dead tired, falling asleep on the only bus that takes you back to your ranch or house. You can feel someone getting closer. They fiddle with the ID badge you forgot to unpin earlier. You keep your eyes shut, hearing nothing but their crappy giggles. They definitely clowning on your name. Wait, what even is my name? Lion. Of course. Because being lazy. Lion. I forgot that's what people call me. Am I a... And at the Zach... And that it's a Zach thing that's screaming and laughing at right now. God, why is my name so damn stupid? I'm such a joke. Your eyes are closed, pretending to be asleep, so you can hear everything they're saying. Think your choices through carefully. Every action has consequences. Some will only lower affection, while others can get you killed. Affection starts at 0, dead neutral. It's on you if they end up wanting to kill you or keep you. You finally make it back to that old house by the woods, bone-tired and completely drained. Living in the middle of nowhere means you always the last one off the ride. Falling off my feet. Today sucked, just like always, dealing with NPCs and their idiotic questions all day. Plus the manager's own massive power trip. God, I hate her guts. I hate the life I'm living right now, but it's not like I have the energy to do anything else. Like ideas, hopes, and dreams, but nah, I don't even think about reaching them anymore. I'm just surviving until Friday at this point. I just keep thinking. This is a label. All I want to do is crash and zone out for a bit. But I can't even get that right. Maybe if I wasn't so alone in this, things wouldn't feel so messed up. Just someone who gets me, stays by my side, and makes me feel real. I have no one. Everyone is just an acquaintance. You're just staring into nothing. It's paralyzed and suffocating. Heat whips through your chest, and you can't do a damn thing to stop it. Then you just break down and start crying. It's crazy how the little things used to make me so happy back then. I had it all, and now I'm just stuck here, grinding to survive a life I didn't ask for. I don't even have time for those tiny moments of joy anymore. You sink back into the mattress, and as the burnout hits, your vision starts to fade to black. I just want to sleep. For good this time. You close your eyes and start feeling everything around you begin to fade away. Then at last, you drift off to a heavy, deep sleep. You're out cold, you start dreaming that maybe, when you wake up, you finally get the chance to just end it, or get a tall do-over. Being isekai. Out of nowhere, you catch those weird sounds heading right to you. They're ganging on you. Your eyelids feel like lead, but you force them open. It's probably nothing, but you can't take any chances. Finally, your eyes pop open, and it hits you. Those damn footsteps. Oh, shit. You slowly creep up to a sitting position, holding your breath to feel better. Hear better. They're laughing, voices mutter back and forth as they trash your tiny cabin. You can hear them rifling for the doors. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. This place is a total bust. Nothing here but empty sacks, snack bags, and straight-up garbage. Then you hear those footsteps coming right to you. Having no door right now is a total nightmare. The thoughts crawl through your mind. You just sit there on your bed, paralyzed. Well, they kept closing in on you, so you ease your right foot onto the floor. But the second you try to get up, a floorboard creaks loudly. Bang! A shot just whizzes past you, ripping a hole right through the curtain you got for a door. You shut your eyes tight, not letting yourself think. You're dead tired and your feet are as trashed, but you don't care. Just book it for the exit. Bad news, there's no cover, and no house is close enough to help. Heading for the neighborhood would turn you into target practice in wide open field. Your only shot is the woods. It's a death trap, but it's all you got. You hurl your butt now, hearing the footsteps behind you and the crack of a gunfire. A round gazes your left arm. It burns like heck, but you don't stop. You can't stop. For a second, you think you lost them, so you pause to catch your breath. Then you realize the path is gone, just trees and more trees. You can either head uphill to the left or go down to the slope to the right. Where to? Right. Going right seems like the best bet. If I were him, I'd be scouting uphill. But I remember seeing something out there. The downstream, where the current goes, there's actual civilization. Maybe I can find someone to help me. I guess so. You want to keep going? Yes. I'm so tired, my feet are killing me. I hope I run into someone decent. I'm cursed, I swear. Might as well start praying before things get even worse. This God, or Chuck guy, hasn't done anything for me. But I seriously need a miracle right now. You glue your eyes to the dirt just to make sure you don't drip. It would be a tragedy to die from a single misstep after everything you've been through. You continue making your way down the mountain. Your head starts to spin from sheer exhaustion. Grinding since sunrise, lugging heavy junk and putting up with entitled fossils is killing you. That's retail for you. Add that to, or a warehouse. I think it'd probably be a warehouse. Add that to having to run for your life back there. Your body's clearly on the verge of collapsing. And then you fall. Your body has reached its limit. God, I hope nothing finds me in this state. I just hope morning comes soon. Once I awake, I could get out of here and call for help. It would be so pathetic to die without even catching a glimpse of my opponent. Your mind goes foggy. In between dreams, you could hear footsteps approaching, until a splitting headache starts to tear for your skull. Someone's yanking you by the hair. Oh, a body. A corpse. They went easy on her. Not a drop of blood or bone in sight. I think I got some blood. Got a gaze. Who did such a crappy job? You hear a mocking male voice. As he speaks, he keeps pulling your hair like a rag doll, until you stop moving and feel sharp pain in your head. Wow, I guess she died all alone. Did she RP herself? RP? How pathetic. That voice, definitely not the cabin guy. But it's not like it sounds like a good person either. A normal person would be freaking out over a body in the middle of the woods. Standard procedure is to call 911, right? No, I think we're doing just standard procedure. Still, they might be your only shot at getting out of this. Keep your eyes closed. You managed to play dead. The person from before didn't sound good at all. You would end up in a really bad place. A miracle, you think. Even though you didn't really believe in Chuck. If you survive this, maybe you should start believing in one. Everything that happened to you can't just be coincidence. If it isn't Chuck conspiring against you, yes, I could never do a supernatural reference. So you don't know what is. That's how you spent a long time thinking until you finally fell asleep. Slowly inside your dream, you catch the sound of footsteps right next to you. I was going to send someone for you, but I see you beat me to it. I don't know if you're brave or just foolish, even though you don't seem to be in bad shape. You feel how that made your head start hurting in a horrible way, so you manage to regain consciousness. Those footsteps you heard in your dream, apparently they weren't a dream. You manage to hear a voice speaking to you, so deep and low, but with a slight sigh in the end of the words, like a faint breath of air. It sounds like a strangely seductive voice. Oh, we're doing Slenderman instead. I'll take that. I'll take Slenderman. Your brain is still loading, and you just can't think straight. That voice only makes you relax even more, until you start hearing a loud ringing that forces you to think clearly. Yup, Array. I know you're awake. That voice is way too sexy. Even though you feel a bit scared, you still half asleep. Your brain hasn't registered where you are yet, let alone who's standing right in front of you. Still, you keep wondering who this man is, talking to you in such a smoothing tone. It's been so long since anyone spoke to you like that. I don't think anyone spoke to me like Slenderman. Every single day used to be nothing but screaming. Other than Slenderman, of course. Hearing someone speak to you calmly makes you feel safe, even if you're out in the middle of the woods. Or does it? You may have to open your eyes, suddenly remembering with a chill that you're in the middle of the woods, where wild animals could be working, or worse, killers. Oh, we know there's a lot of killers. Wait, you didn't even think that last part. It's like someone else is piggybacking on your thoughts. You sit up and look back down. Yay! Finally open your eyes. I can't believe I spent a whole hour making noises and staring at you just to get you to wake up. You can stare at me as long as you want, Slenderman. Staring? The whole time? That's right. I have to look at you and get inside your head and just make you finally open your eyes. I actually planned on sending one of my proxies to drag you here. But since you just made me do double the work, you don't get a say anymore. You're coming with me right now. Plus, thanks to your poor decisions, a few useless losers are going to pay the price. What? You were still in the grass as that faceless man with the seductive voice began moving his tentacles towards your legs, without giving you a chance to defend yourself, escape, or even complain. At first, they felt so freaky that you tugged your legs in, trying desperately not to touch them. He looked at your disgusted face, so he began moving those tentacles more slowly as he touched you. But as you saw that he didn't care, you stopped resisting, and Slenderman, there's no escaping him anyway. Those tentacles started dangling around your bare toes first, slowly creeping up your calf. They aren't like octopus tentacles. Those don't have suction cups. It's like they're made of rubber, but of freezing cold. They slowly trace your leg, crawling up your thighs, even though you're shaking from how freezing you are. You couldn't care less. He just stared at your trembling body and kept standing there. Is he doing this slowly on purpose? Does he like torturing people or what? Yes, maybe he's doing it on purpose. And he likes torturing people. Once again, a thought that doesn't belong to you, except this time. It's his voice in your head. Meanwhile, other tentacles gently touch your fingers, intertwining with your hand. slowly feeling their cold touch. It's like if I feels nice. At least where I am, it'll be feeling really nice. It's 100+degrees. From your fingers, they travel up your wrist, your forearm, your shoulder, your neck, leaving their cold touch and turning your skin red in their wake. Then all of his tentacles surrounding your wrist, neck, and legs. For a split second, you thought the torture was falling over, but then he started squeezing them right tight. Since you made it more complicated for me, then I will make it harder for you too. You hadn't realized it, but you're a total mess, on top of your face being red as a tomato. Then his tentacles hoisted you up, completely careless of your safety. Quit squirming, or I'll put you right back to sleep. Between your face turning pale from the terrifying height and blushing red at the sound of his voice, you couldn't keep still. So he did what he warned you about. That high-pitched ringing pierced your ears again, so tense that you squeeze your eyes shut. You fainted. Your body hurts. You feel a crushing weight on you, but you can't open your eyes. Interesting. It's been a few minutes since your body temperature was pretty high. Usually, it's opposite. And I examined you, and you don't have any illness, infections, or viruses. Well, I do have an illness. It's called asthma. When you wake up, it's best you tell me in detail the reason of this change. If it's something I haven't detected, it would be a problem. You need to reach the final stage, or none of this will matter. I know you can hear me. I need to understand you better. Chapter 2. Your eyes are closed, but you're conscious. Your mind projects images that feel real, now like a simple dream. You're walking through a dense forest. You don't know where you're going, but you continue to walk until you reach a tunnel. You begin to hear a ringing that hurts your head terribly. It feels like someone hit your stomach enough to leave you breathless and feeling the need to cough. Where am I, you think? You don't know where you are, but you know one thing. You're far from home. Finally, you open your eyes. You lay on the soft bed in a room that is lightly illuminated. It looks old and there are red stains. I don't want to imagine what that might be, you think. You begin to stand up, but the flash of images you saw in your dream takes your bounce, and you're forced to sit down to replicate. You get a twinge of pain in your head, and you try to remember. When did that happen? But you can't remember. The memory is blocked like a dense fog. Before you can try to rack your head for answers, something interrupts your thoughts. Loud noises outside the room you find yourself in, yelling. I need to get out of here. This doesn't look good. I don't know I can trust in them. You're in the room you're in. You sit on a comfy mattress on the floor of the room. The floor is wood. So are the walls, although it's a bit raw and stained with blood. You see a desk on the other side of the room. On top was a plate of bread with jam, and the other side a tall glass of milk. Goes by the door. You already know the bread's blood. Your arm still hurts a lot, but it's not like earlier. Right, I was shot. With this energy, I can't defend myself. What do I do? I'm gonna check our wound. Check your wound. You feel pretty bad. You haven't eaten in various hours. You feel a stinging pain in your arm. All you want to do is go back home and get a chance to go to the doctor. You look at your wound. It doesn't hurt as much as earlier, but it's still sharp and annoying. Even though you have bandages. Someone treated you. You're not sure if they have malicious intentions. Well, it doesn't seem so bad. You see a large stain of red on the floor. Never mind, it's super bad. Okay, it's probably our blood. Though I'm grateful for the person that helped my arm. If I didn't get help in time, it would have been much worse. He's scared, terrified even. Various voices you're hearing seem to be fighting, to which your fear begins to fester within you. Your fear begins to fester in you. But to stay here waiting isn't a good idea either. It may be dangerous, but there could be a chance to escape while they keep fighting. You lightly get up from the bed and walk towards the door. You stop to listen better, but you can't understand what they're saying. You just know that the majority of the voices are masculine and that they're fighting. And you sneak away well enough to not be seen. Or newsflash, we're not. I don't think I can be alone with all of them. You decide it's better to leave the situation than stay waiting for something to happen. If it's something potentially dangerous, you can escape directly from while they fight. You open the door cautiously to make as little noise as possible. You leave the room with soft footsteps. The wooden floors feel dirty below your bare feet. I'll be fine. We walked into floors with bare feet. I think that'll be a bit more dirty. Then again, there's blood on the ground, so not much. You head to where the sound of yelling is coming from. Well, you continue to make light footsteps, the same ones that you take to escape annoying clients. Oh no, you just hide. You hear the sound of the shouts coming from the downstairs. First, you just descend the splintered wooden stairs. You're not able to see much as you continue to go down. I'll step down carefully, very carefully. I hope I don't make too much noise, but the volume of their voices will hide me anyways. I don't think so. I already know so. You step down the stairs with caution. Each step you take takes a big effort to make minimal noise. You don't know if that's possible. If it was me, I probably would. I'm known to be light-footed. Before you reach the last step, you decide to turn to where the loud noises are. You see a group of people fighting. I think I'm starting to regret this. You go down the stairs with a little more stealth. Just look, and anyone else that walked in the forest would be said to be the perfect victim. So the woman who pointed at you when you reached the last step. Looks like you weren't as sneaky as you thought, but you were as quiet as you could be. As a as a mouse. I thought we could be told ahead of time after what happened last time. Yeah, about that. Really? I already forgotten. The last time was pretty fun. You stand motionless. We're talking about a different game. You stand motionless as you look at the room. You thought for a moment that what you saw was a product of your imagination. Around the table were guys wearing masks, a girl with a streamy pale skin and a mouth cut into a smile, and an elf with a green hat still up. That's also folding. That was like in a doorway. Kind of looks like he's in a doorway, actually. You feel a small pulse of pain in your head, and you try to return to where you were previously with your head down. I think I was something in the room. It has to be a dream, right? This place is so real. Okay, maybe this is one of those where you think you're awake, but you're actually asleep. Yeah, it has to be otherwise. This is really crazy. Hey, where do you think you're going? Yelled a man with a white mask. A man with a yellow hoodie grabs your shoulders and guides you to the table. You don't know how to act, so you obey and walk. I wouldn't put so much importance if someone took responsibility instead of blaming everyone else. Right, like we were the ones that didn't fulfill the agreement, like a certain person. So the man with a white mask, anger laced in his voice. As he hit his palm against the table, his eyes peered through his mask. Well, each person has their moves for being upset, though some of us have stupid moves. Said the yellow hooded man. Said the yellow hooded man. Now he puts his hand on the shorter man's shoulders, turning towards the girl, as a boy with the goggles and a muzzle lets outside. His hand touches his neck. His eyes look elsewhere. Well, oh, this caused by some random girl, a freak with terrible taste. Hey, Ben. When I turn to you, he gives you an unsettling gaze. Horrible taste. Was this us? A forgotten tunnel? Are you sure this is the best place to take foes? What a bad taste. Glitches appear. New scenes of your life seem to have been added without your knowledge. By Bobby Slenderman. You begin to cough again, and you touch your chest as your heart accelerates. You know or feel the penetrating gaze. But now you're feeling that you're about to vomit. Once again, the scenes of your life seem to be added without your knowledge. Each cough comes out violently, to the point where you feel like your throat is going to come out soon. I already know what's what. You begin to tremble. The ring is still blurring. You support yourself with the table as you feel you're going to fall again. Your head aches. A sharp popping pain pounds at your temple. You slowly open your eyes, your vision blurred, taking a while to adjust. Oh, it's Masky. You manage to see that man, or no, Hoodie. You manage, so it'd be Masky and Hoodie. You manage to see the man in the white hoodie, laying against a railing. His head turned their way, with the clothes covering his face. He doesn't look so scary like this, you think. Guy looks kind of sexy. Behind him, the sky was painted in warm and cold colors, with darkness slowly trying to consume the horizon. That was already night when we fell asleep. You don't know how long you were unconscious or how much time has passed since you arrived. You remain hypnotized by the singing for a few minutes, feeling as though the hostile atmosphere, the one that always kept your guard up, had suddenly faded away. While seeing him, yeah. There's no screams, no armaments, only the sound of the wind and the breathing of the man in front of you. Why are you talking? You've been staring at me for quite a while. Oh, you're very handsome. That's why. Oh, you're definitely handsome. The man moves closer to you while pulling part of his black cloth away from his face and allowing you to see part of his eyes. Masky, the problem has already woken up. You have a problem. I'm the problem child. Then he puts the black cloth with the sad face drawn on its back over his head, and his face abruptly walks away. I don't know how he can see with that on, he'd think. Same way Gojo can. Oh, really? That's good. Hey, Masky. You know that meme about the the one person and then the other person, like HR. I'm gonna call HR. This reminds me of it. The other person says, slowly taking your chin and forcing you to turn towards him. I hope repay. Like one's like, "Oh, you're so sweet," and then the other one, "I'm calling HR." I hope you repay us with your body for the torment you put us through of your little antics. Masky. I will punch you. Masky's grip on your chin is firm, almost painful. His gloved fingers feel cold against your skin, hot from the agitation. The dark black holes in his white mask, you could see his intense gaze, filled with hatred and rage. Angered by your apparent silence, he roughly shoves you backwards, releasing his grip from your jaw. Behind him, the other one with the covered face remains like a silent shadow. Even though his face is hidden beneath the black cloth, with the sad face on it, you notice the stiffness in his shoulders. Once again, your senses go on alert. You instinctively step back a little, making your terror obvious. You're so hard, the knot in your throat is so tight it hurts. Apologize. I'm sorry, so sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble, I just didn't know. Your body tenses up as you try to back away a little more. But you realize it's impossible since you're pressed against the wall. You look down and notice you're sitting on a beanbag chair, one that looks like it's never been washed ever. Masky lets out a dry laugh. He really seems angry. I don't know, repeats mockingly. It's always the same excuse with your kind. Do you think a simple I'm sorry erases the fact that Slenderman punished us? Do you even understand the pain of that? Hey, Slenderman's my buddy. He yells at you, finally letting out a sigh afterward. He's the one that brought me here. No, of course not. If it's just saying it in a more disappointed tone. Unable to hold it any longer, you begin to cry. You try to comfort yourself by wrapping your arms around your body, but the tears keep falling and falling, but they just don't stop. That causes the one wearing the hood to approach the masked man, placing a hand on his shoulder. Calm down a little, okay? He says in that calm voice, Masky. Just look at her, Brian. It's because of this useless girl that the workload is crushing us. Look his eyes right there. And she's just crying, thinking that solves everything. For a moment, everything comes crashing together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've already told you. I didn't ask for this. I didn't give you any orders. I'm so useless to you. Then kill me. You'd be doing me a huge favor. Actually, don't do that for me. You can't hold yourself together anymore. And once again, you break down. You know that no matter what you do, your situation is going to change. But everything that has happened to you since the cabin, it's all building up. It builds up. I'll be like, ask you, do you guys have a gun? Did you do it? And eventually your body reaches a point where it can't hold so many problems anymore. Your hands hold to your face. Your tears fall even a lot harder, heavy with anguish. And you pull your knees up to your chest. They're going to RIP me. Then they should just do it already, you think. That's the problem. You can't die. Wait, I can't? I'm immortal now. Masky replies in the calmer voice, no more shouting, though there is still a hint of anger in his tone. The atmosphere shifts when a sharp ringing starts echoing in your ears. It's a familiar buzzing sound, the one that appeared during your hallucinations. Masky tenses up and looks towards dark forest. Let's go. Hoodie takes hold of your good arm, helping you up. He gently takes your hand and guides you towards the glass door. Masky opens it, and you step inside, together with the one holding your hand. He leads you towards one of the single beds. It seems you had been out of the balcony of his room. We're going to leave you here for a while. I know you don't like your room, so for now on you're staying here until we get back. Don't touch anything. If you do, I won't stop Masky. I'll touch something in one ending. We know it. His calm voice has vanished. A chill runs through your body. In an instant, that warning has carved itself into you. Touch. I'll be the person that does that. He's really scary. I worry he stay calm, you think. Maybe he look cute when he's angry. Without giving you any time to escape, the two men walk through the door. and you heard the lock click into place, leaving you alone in that room. No! No! No, please, let me out! Fear washes over you, once again, from head to toe. You get up from the bed and run towards the door. You pound against it once, twice, 3 times with all your strength. You try again once, twice, 3 times, but no one comes to rescue you. So you try again, this time throwing your full weight against it. Seconds pass and turn into minutes. No matter how many times you try, it seems that no one is coming to help you. Wiping away your tears, you sit down on one of the beds, looking around for some kind of weapon. Wait. You settle onto the bed, placing the pillows behind you, so that you have something comfortable to lean against. You wrap your arms around your knees once again, resting your head on top of them as you begin to cry over again. I knew very well that what I did was wrong by going in there, but was it really such a terrible crime? I don't deserve this. All I've done is survive. Plus, these beds are way too close together. They might as well be just buy a double bed already. Yeah, then we can share. Thinking about so many things with tears still drying on your cheeks. It's not running from your nose. Eventually fall asleep. Your eyes still feel heavy. You still feel a little drowsy. I'm going to be late for work, you think. Unfortunately, you remember that you're not at home. Even with your eyes still heavy, you slowly begin to open them. Is it Masky or I think it's Hoodie. There's a man leaning against Masky. Did Hoodie have like blondish hair? There's a man leaning against the edge of the bed near you, watching you. It tense up a little when you see him. He has the same clothes and hairstyle as Masky. You finally decide to wake up. You were crying for quite a while, huh? Are you nice now? Well, are you just tsundere and everyone else is yandere? He says, pulling a handkerchief out of his jacket. Here, crybaby. You don't know how to react. Just a little while ago, this same guy was yelling at you in anger, and now he's kneeling beside you, offering a handkerchief. You lift your gaze a little higher and feel something sticky stretch from your nose. The other end still stuck to your knee. You quickly grab the handkerchief and feel your face turn red with embarrassment. Thank you. I'm sorry about what happened earlier. His voice sounded fairly calm, so you get the feeling that he genuinely means what he's saying. He lets out a sigh and shifts into a more comfortable position again. Don't worry too much. We went for the same thing. I know very well that feels like what it feels like to be in your place. No one ever reaches out a hand to me. Out a hand to me. So I also know what it's like to spend all your time overthinking everything. What about Hoodie? Masky. That's why. Forget. He says it again, sounding slightly irritated. It seems like he doesn't know how to express what he's thinking. You watch as the man stands up and opens the door beside the bed. He pulls out a bottle and offers it to you. You take it without knowing what it is for, since the place where the name, brand, and contents of the medication should be listed is completely blank. Yeah, that means I'm not going to use it. Take one whenever you start feeling that bad again. His voice sounds so nice when he's not angry, you think. He's definitely just in there. With time, you learn how to deal with what's happening to you. And no, you're not the one falling apart, nor is any of this your fault. It's Slenderman's fault. Your memories are fragmenting. You suddenly forget what you were doing 1 second to the next. I have memories you swear never happened. Your head hurts. And to make things worse, you convulse and constantly pass out, completely unable to control any of it. Still want to date Slenderman, and everyone. His fraying manner has disappeared. The man who had hated you had hated so much ever since you first saw him. Now you look at him in a more human way. He finished speaking with a cigarette and started smoking as if he had finally let something off his chest. Masky, that's bad for you. Don't tell someone I gave you that. For a moment you didn't say anything. Now everything made certain kind of sense. You still didn't fully understand it, but at least you could connect several pieces together. Lately, he had been spacing out for longer periods of time, and all you ever got were scoldings for not doing anything. At home, there were moments when you would be doing your chores, and then suddenly, the next thing you knew, you were on the floor or doing something completely different. Those blackouts in the forest, those hallucinations, aren't real then, right? Then you climb down from the bed and look at the man. Oh, don't look at me like that. He managed to say, but without thinking twice, without caring about anything else, you feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulders because of him, so you simply hug him. It only lasts a few seconds, but you're genuinely grateful. What are you doing? Don't touch me, he says with fake annoyance on his face and a blush spreading all the way to his forehead. I'll let it slide, but it better be the last time. Thank you. I was starting to believe those horrible hallucinations that felt like memories had actually happened. He managed to say with a smile. That's not why. He tries to speak, but he's interrupted by his hooded companion walking through the door. Sermon says we should stop playing with her and put her back in her room. He pauses for a moment, looking towards you, and then towards Masky. Am I interrupting something? No, I'm leaving already. You two stress me out. Masky says, angry as he storms towards his balcony, shutting the door behind him. Well, you'll be going back to your room for now, since you almost escaped from us earlier in the living room. We're going to lock you in. But we'll bring you food. Toby knows your preferences, so don't worry about that. And for the bathroom, your room has one, so you'll have to clean it yourself. Okay, where's the cleaning supplies? He says as he walks over to you and gently takes your hand once again. Someone will probably come for you to talk to you, though honestly, I'm not really sure how he plans to explain your situation. Oh, that'll be in day 3. Except for when he talks to us in some evenings, that he knows the pill in our hand. That's that. Try not to let Sermon see it. You get us into trouble again. Unable to say anything, he followed Hoodie, who still held your hand gently while apologizing for Masky's behavior. I think he already apologized with the, back to in your room with no real clue how you're going to kill all the time you'll be spending here. You sit down on the same old mattress you first woke up on. You still have the nagging urge to run away, but I guess it's not all bad. I guess I'll get free food and a roof over my head without having to work for it. I think we'll have to work for it. Or at least not yet. Glancing back over the desk, he noticed a single notebook you completely brushed off earlier is still sitting there. Why did they leave this here? You pick it up and start flipping through the pages, not really expecting to find anything remotely entertaining inside. But page after page, old memories suddenly begin to flood your mind. This looks a lot like a notebook I used to have back when I was a teenager. You looked closer and Zach Same scribbles. That cringeworthy sense of humor that literally no one else could found funny is up to you. No, there'll be friends that would find it funny. This is my notebook. A hot blush creeps over your face, burning all the way to the tips of your ears. Please don't tell me someone actually read everything I wrote in here. It was probably Slenderman. It was supposed to be a research journal, but it mostly just filled with complete random, cringy nonsense. I remember saving a bunch of pages in the back to make a research profile on them. I guess since it's right here, I might as well keep going with this stupid investigation and finish what my 13-year-old self wanted to pull off. You can find your notes by clicking the notebook icon in the main menu. You start examining the notebook with a lot more care now, reading through every single entry and staring at every doodle. Mystic by, and you find yourself giggling out loud at every embarrassing thing you ever uncovered. Just like you used to back then. End of chapter 2. Search for a weapon. You spend a while sitting in bed, wondering whether searching around is really the right thing to do, after they warned you not to. Even so, you keep going. You know you don't have much time left to find something that could help you escape. Don't worry, I'll bring you food. Bookshelf. You get up from the bed as quickly as you can. You walk over to the bookshelf, noticing several things. Several sheets of paper covered in the same scribbles you saw in the forest. Cameras, but nothing that would actually help you. Don't worry, I'll bring you food. Desk. You get up from the bed as quickly as you can. Translate. Google Translate time, right? You approach the desk and you see a computer. You can see a somewhat old computer. Not that old. You're tempted to try getting inside, but if you do, they'll know you're snooping around. Yeah, probably. So you go back to that back away from the idea. More than the computer, nothing that would actually help you, really. Don't worry, I'll bring you food. It's like, yeah, this is my food. Nightstand. You walk over to one of the nightstands beside the bed and crouch down. You look over the top of it. Papers and more papers. Then you open one of the drawers. Why are there so many medications? You startled by what the drawer contains. It's filled with orange prescription bottles. Some full, some empty. Alongside some crumpled up sheets of paper. You open them one by one. They look very familiar to the ones in the forest, you think. Someone's inside. Someone just opened the door. Without noticing the approaching footsteps, you hear the door being unlocked with keys. You try to quickly shut the drawer. But even so, what you fear happened. They saw you crouching down with several of those papers resting on your lap. The man who you had warned not to do it. The man who had warned you not to do it walks angry towards you, grabbing you by the hair and throwing you to the bed. Meanwhile, his companion adjusted his mask, so he approached you with heavy footsteps. He grabbed your forearm, right where your wound is, and squeezes hard enough for the pained whimper to slip your lips. You're nothing more than a vessel for Slenderman's virus, a very stupid one that doesn't understand its place. If you challenge me again, I'll personally make sure you wish you had stayed unconscious forever. And so, well, squeezing your wound even harder, he dragged you back to your room. Back in your room, with absolutely no idea how you're going to survive all this time. You sink back onto the old mattress you first woke up on. None of this makes any sense. The confusion seeing you alive. I don't want to be here anymore. I want to go home. You choke out for your sobs, dragging yourself over to the same table from this morning. Your eyes walked onto the notebook. What's this? You mutter, flipping through the page after page, half expecting it to be completely useless, but then... This is my old notebook from when I was a teen. I lost it ages ago. I think it was right after we moved or something. Then it hit you. You used to be such a massive horror geek, reading creepypastas online and binge watching those old text-to-speech videos late at night. They lived in your head rent-free 24/7. You were so obsessed that you actually started looking up ritual summonings, Cleverbot, the fogged-up bathroom mirror, the pitch-black rooms, silent thoughts in your brain finally connect. Is this actually real? Like, there actually exists? No way. I mean, we just talked to two of them. This notebook went missing right after I tried to summon Slenderman. Soren took it. You dropped back down onto the mattress where you first woke up. Seriously thought the summoning ritual had flopped. You tried to force yourself to remember more about that night, but it was a total blank. Your memory cuts off right at the exact moment you were performing the ritual. I'm positive, that's certain, that the summoning didn't work, just like all the others, but I can't remember the failing at all. With Ben, I tried Cleverbot. It glitched out a bit, but nothing creepy actually happened. So Ben was probably on our computer. I remember getting so ticked off about it. I tried summoning Jeff too, but that was a total bust. I remember throwing all the candles in the trash while throwing a massive ginger tantrum. You managed to smile and let out a faint hollow laugh, remembering how incredibly cringe you were back then. Makes you shake your head. You didn't care about the secondhand embarrassment at all. You were just living your best life. That's what we need to do. Let's live our best life. It doesn't matter about the cringe. Don't matter about the cringe. You keep down memory lane, tracking back all those ridiculous internet rituals. You vividly remember the exact steps for each one, and that crushing wave of disappointment when absolutely nothing happened. It was always the same routine. With some, you even gaslit yourself over the tiniest random noises just to feel like it worked, though deep down you knew it was bullcrap. But Slenderman's ritual, that's the only one wrapped in complete amnesia. In fact, you don't even recall the actual steps nearly as well as theirs. Then ran Q. It was like a viral entity, invading your bloodstream, breaking down your last defenses. A deep booming voice echoes inside your head, dripping with absolute 40, yet dangerously calm. Yes, you're lucky that day. The summoning did not fail. The voice sounds so incredibly attractive, smutty, no sexy. You sealed your own doom. A sharp glitch tears through your mind. A massive, blinding migraine that forces you to collapse straight back onto the bed, gripping your skull in agony. Tell me, are you pleased with the outcome? You desperately want it to work, and you succeeded. Perhaps I should reward you for your persistent efforts. The pain scales up to a complete unbearable level. You scream and cry out in agony, but nobody is coming to save you. Hours drag by in a bore of non-stop torture. It really feels like your consciousness is being dissected layer by layer, even though I haven't seen you in the flesh until now. I think you have. Can you go flashback? Day one? Don't fret. I will explain everything to you in due time. The excruciating age persists till your body simply goes numb to it and you eventually black out into sleep. You can find your notes by clicking the notebook icon on the main menu. End of chapter 2. I will show everyone the notebook though. Okay, so Tiki Toby. Slenderman. Masky. Hoodie. Um, I was Jack. Laughing, laughing Jack. Um, Bloody Painter. Ben. Jeff. Um, Jane. And Nina. I think that's all our love interest. Okay, now we're gonna go get defensive. Get defensive. Don't touch me. You say angry, immediately going on the defense. I don't owe you anything. I never end up here against my will. If I'm such a burden, then let me go, and we'll all be happier. The silence that follows is well, they're shocked. The atmosphere grows so heavy that it feels like the air is running out. Masky keeps his hand suspended in the air for a second, as if he was about to hit you. Croy's surprised by your outburst, so he lowers his arm. His posture turns predatory. Let you go? He takes a step back towards you, cornering you against whatever is behind you. Okay, let's see. Google Translate again. You still understand, do you? You have no say, no vote. You can't decide anything. That's how it will be for the entire damn time you manage to stay here. The atmosphere shifts when a sharp ringing starts echoing in your ears. It's a familiar buzzing sound that appeared during your hallucinations. Masky tenses up and looks towards the dark forest. Let's go. You can only watch as they leave. You quickly get to your feet, trying to follow them. You don't want to spend another minute with them, but just as you were about to step onto the floor beside the room, Hoodie abruptly stops you. No, you're not going anywhere yet. His once calm voice now turns violently and frightening. Hoodie gives you a slight shove, closes a glass door, points at the filthy beanbag where you had been sitting, and then leaves. What gross. I think sitting on the floor would be cleaner. Oh, just waving at me. You move a little closer to the edge, looking over the railing. All I could see are those two leaving alongside another person. And that other person, well, is Toby. You only see Hoodie turning to look at you, making a warm gesture with his finger to tell you not to snoop around. It's not like I even want to look at them anyway. You sit down on the cold floor, wrapping your arms around your legs, resting your head on your knees. You wait. After waiting for so long, with nothing to do, you eventually fall asleep. You hear the door in front of you open, and your eyes snap open immediately. Your vision takes a moment to focus on the person crouching in front of you. You can't help but get startled a little. Oh, there he is. I'm sorry about earlier. Masky gets angry really easily. I think you got a little angry too, but I'll forgive you. I can't tell you much. Each of us goes through this and deals with it in a different way. He says again, his voice calm and relaxed, wearing a faint nervous smile. But what I can tell you is this. Don't blame yourself for those strange memories you probably have, for your blackouts, or for those moments where your mind completely seems to forget what you're doing. I think that's normal. Okay, no. Normal for some people, though. Mine will go completely blank on where I put something down a second ago because my brain is just too tired. You probably think you're going crazy, and well, in a way, you are. You don't know whether to believe him, but his voice carries such sincerity and calmness that it's not hard not to. But it's not your fault that you're going insane. It's Slenderman's fault. For some reason, I don't understand it, chooses you. And unfortunately, that's nothing left to do but keep going. He lets out a long sigh and raises his hand. Slowly, he brings it towards your cheek, and you stop completely still when you feel the coldness of his hand. The good thing is that you have us. I don't know. I know we don't seem trustworthy, but we from now on is the only thing you have. The voice sounded unsettling. Here. Oh, should I accept it? I don't think so. He says, taking your hand at the same one that had been resting on your cheek. With his other hand, he pulls something out of his hoodie pockets. Open your palm and places it there. A small packet contains several pills. It's definitely ibuprofen. Definitely. This usually helps us. I hardly ever take them, but Masky does. They probably help with that little head of yours. Then he stands up and holds out his hand to you, while using the other to cover his face again. You take his hand, and he helps you to your feet. They walk into the room without seeming to care that they still haven't let go of each other's hands. His hand is still cold, you think. Then the man who had yelled at you walks in. Someone says for you to take that thing to his. He cuts himself off as you feel him staring at the two of you judgmentally. Room. Oh, now it's warm. His hand. Your two brain cells connect. You quickly yank your hand away from his, startled. Now your cheeks are warm too. Oh, he laughs nervously while staying by your side. It's just that she was scared. Whatever, take her to her room and lock her in. It really seems like he hates you. Someone will go with her afterward. And day 3, though. Or chapter 3. Don't worry, I'll bring you food. Besides, you got a bathroom, a mattress, and blankets. Pretty great, right? We just clean it ourselves. I know. He says it as if living like this were your dream, although it's not that different from before. About giving you a chance to complain, he grabs both of your shoulders and guides you towards your room. Okay, now we're going to skip. And that was Masky and Hoodie's route in chapter 2 of Obsession. If you want my content, please consider subscribing if you're ready, comment down below, and liking the video. I'll see you guys next time.